a boutique signifies you've got to put 2 limbs on there. Can be an arm and a leg, does have to be 2 arms if need be, and Villegas catches on the 3rd time. And now, look to try and make the final transition here. He's not far off, oh, it was a good attempt. Just the counterbalance took him away from the wall. And the momentum.
It's so fun we can sit over here with the other nations and their teammates. These athletes from the speed final yesterday, as well as some of the ladies. Tomorrow's final.
Well, he knows the beta. He knows the methodology to do this. It's all about putting into practice, but he's got less than a minute to do so now. So one last attempt for Mexico's Thor Villegas, but it'd be a great start from the Mexican if he is to find the top here and maybe set a little bit of a marker down to the other 7 athletes waiting in isolation. He's only got half a minute to go though, and that will be all she wrote. 20 seconds to go. He's got to be lightning fast now to find the top here. Bearing in mind this is a problem that tests athletes' coordination. And he has to do a big swing, remember, 9 seconds, 8, it's not going to be enough time. It's 10 points it's going to be for Thor Villegas. His efforts warmly received by our crowd here in Chorrillos. 10 points to the Mexican after problem number 1.
And now let's welcome our next athlete to the stage, representing Chile.
Big cheer for Benjamín Vargas, the 23-year-old from San Felipe in Chile. Took part in the Boulder World Cup in Salt Lake City earlier this season when he came in 43rd place. Lead climbing more of his speciality, but he didn't have a good qualifier in the lead event. His bouldering, in fact, was the better of the 3. He had a magnificent morning on Saturday in the qualifier, where he found 3 at the 4 tops. But now then, how's his reach going to be here? It needs to be a big swing. And again, he's got the momentum now to go. And holds it. Well done, 10 points. Question is, can he add to that 10 and make this final move, pinching that tiny crimp hold? Got to be precise and got to be accurate to make this next move. 1 minute down. Now the move not to be. Coordination required.
He loves to get the action going. You know, the more you cheer, the more action you can get out of this man. He's such a strong climber. He's no stranger.
The IFSC Pan Am lead champion of 2021.
All the disciplines here in climbing, this man is a very strong competitor.
But already secured in 10 points, matching what Villegas has already done. Now, lead setters have said that the gift of the 4 problems is the next one. The problem number 2 is the easiest one of the 4. So expect tops to come on that one. Vargas swinging again and hitting again. Halfway through his allotted time. Now the coordination move. Can't hit it.
Look at the power it takes to launch from that position.
1 minute and a half to go in this. Second athlete of 8 that we will see on this first problem. Going again. 75 seconds. Another big swing. And again. Confidence with the early part of the run, but it's this transition move here. just not having the confidence to make this move. You'll see the move setters will test all the aspects of the athlete's skill set in this discipline. The physical attributes, the mental attributes as well. And of course, one other thing it tests is your patience. 20 seconds to go. Vargas one last hurrah. 10 points secured. Trying to become the first athlete to get a top here. He's got to be quick about it if he wants to go. He's only got 10 seconds. He's got to commit to it now. No commitment there. Time was his enemy, but it's 10 points secured for the Chilean. Matches what Villegas has already done and heads back into isolation in tied first place.
And let's welcome our next athlete to Boulder 1, representing Canada. Ahora venía el siguiente atleta representando a Canadá,
Victor Baudrand, 20-year-old from Quebec originally, but now living in Salt Lake City. Made the semi-finals out in Seoul earlier this year, and it was a top 10 finish, in fact. Getting into 9th place. He's already made the final in the lead this season as well, out in Chamonix, so dark horse, you could argue. And a good start. Another one who matches what the previous two have done. Getting 10 points on his first attempt. But the question is, can he add to that? Very elegant move from the Canadian. And maybe has got the reach.
Very strong climber from Canada. He actually trains out of Salt Lake City, Utah, so he's
with the height.
Works on both sides of the border here. This man
so
he has for us as he's getting prepared to set up for another attempt at Boulder 1.
He goes again. Second attempt. This time it was the swing that affected the Canadian. Scored 79.6 in his bouldering run. And that was 3 tops that he found. 54.1 was his score in the lead competition. That gave him 133.7 and 6th place after the qualifier. Attempt number 3 on the swing. And that was a stuff with the left foot this time. On the black volume.
Adds so much excitement to the competition, seeing this action happening right away on Boulder 1. These big dynamics are so exciting for us as a crowd to watch.
Brushes. Maybe called out for him. We've got volunteers who will help clear off the excess chalk from a few of these holds if they need be. If an athlete wants it, they are there on standby. He nailed it this time. But this is the particular move that is causing the trouble. And Baudrand, oh, that's unlucky. That was momentum on that occasion. But as I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, he has the height advantage here. So this is good news for the likes of Jesse Grupper who's to come. And maybe Sean Bailey. Sean McColl, a little bit smaller. He's going to have to produce some magic, but we've seen him do that on a number of occasions down the years. But this is a benefit for a taller climber, because they will have the reach. 30 seconds. Hitting it into the last chance saloon, and usually when this happens, they've just got to go hell for leather and commit to it. Sometimes it pays off, most of the time it doesn't. 15 seconds now for Baudrand. He's got to hold it, but now he has 10 seconds. He knows how to do it, but the time is the enemy. Matches what Vargas and Villegas have done with the Baudrand of Canada. Tied first place, 10 points secure.
And our wonderful team here at services out, cleaning up these boulders for our next athlete, setting up just a moment.
We continue this final with the 23-year-old from Atlanta, Zachary Galla.
Zachary Galla!
Very popular sport climber, has a big following on social media. Made the final in Salt Lake City a couple of years ago. That's his best return in bouldering, and that was a 5th place finish. The 23-year-old from Atlanta, and already looking to follow what the previous trio have done, and has secured 10 points on his first attempt. And he does so. Question is though, can he make this particular difficult move?
Looking for this next move.
As I mentioned, the route setters will make sure that they can try and get separation. They don't want all these athletes topping all 4 of the problems. They'll want a clear-cut winner. 1 minute down, 3 to go. Galla's second attempt.
Venga, eso es. Qué fortaleza atlética. Bien, Zach. Vamos. Tranquilo, Zach. Cierra, respira profundo.
Yeah, route setters quotes, I should say, is a difficult task to go to the big shape. Then coordination with a flag move to reach the top. This is what our route setters said in their notes, why they've put this problem out there. 2 minutes left. Oh, that wasn't far off, was he? That wasn't far away. That'll be a big jump on the rest. He wasn't far off, was he? If he can nail that.
He's got a little bit more time left to keep crushing this as we wind down to those 4 minutes.
Maybe, just maybe, he will unlock the door to solving this particular problem. He's got 90 seconds left. But one thing you notice in this discipline, the more attempts you take, the more energy it takes out of you. Test of physical strength, mental strength. On 10. Here we go again for Galla. Beautiful. Well done, Zach Galla. Well done indeed. The cheer will echo into isolation. Problem number 1 has been done. And it's gone to the American. Zach Galla of Atlanta, Georgia. 4 attempts it took him. 24.7 the score given to the 23-year-old American. Early days, but he's saying to Bailey and Grupper, I want that Paris ticket as well.
And let's welcome our next two athletes of Boulder number 1, representing Canada.
So we have athletes on elsewhere around the arena. And like we're sending every athlete out every 4 minutes, we would be here till quite late. So we are having athletes on two different problems and a bit of work for our cameraman, because we got an athlete on the first problem, which is Oscar Baudrand, and Thor Villegas has made his way onto the second problem. Now the second problem, according to our route setters, is the easiest of the four. Yellow holds, a double down move needed to reach the 5 points on the left side of the volume. Then a cross move is needed to hit the 10. The next move with the shoulder and the right foot to reach the fiberglass hold. The last move to the top will be risky to some climbers. This is what Villegas is doing verbatim for what our route setters suggest. Now he has to make this final move and he'll walk away with 25 points. But this is the gift that our route setters have put in, and Villegas can't reach. Baudrand's struggling on the other problem in the meantime. He's found the 10-point hold, but he's done it on his second attempt. So he's behind the 8 ball. This moment in time. Baudrand with the swing on problem number 1. Well done. An Oscar-worthy performance in the end, because that should be the lead. It is indeed. On the third attempt he did it, 24.8 for the 18-year-old from Quebec. Two athletes of the first 5 have found tops on problem number 1. Villegas having a rest, assessing his options. Obviously knows how to do this. He's just saving his energy and refilling the tank before going again. As I mentioned, this is the gift that the route setters have put in. To say to our athletes, here's your free top, as it were. Villegas got to hold on here. Recompose himself. He has done very well. He's still got annals of time, and he's even found a little bit of a rest period halfway up the problem. Right foot onto that small hold, and then to make the final transition up towards the top. It's that small yellow hold, and that's his footing. With 45 seconds to go, time is now his enemy. 20 points attributed so far to the Mexican.
Talk about emotion, you can see he really wanted that one there, but he's still got lots of time left on the clock as he makes his way through.
23 seconds to go. He knows how to do this. But now, if he starts to rush, he will come off. He's got to compose himself and give himself time to make this final move. 10 seconds. He has the time to do it. Now he has to go. Unlucky. 10 points given to Thor Villegas. 20 in total. He's in third place. Benjamín Vargas waiting in the tunnel, as is the veteran Sean McColl. Still going strong at the age of 36. He's been a magnificent ambassador to sport climbing for the last 3 decades. McColl, two-time winner on the Boulder World Cup circuit. The last of which, though, was 8 years ago. It's in Chongqing as he goes for a swing. Unlucky. And he's also a three-time lead World Cup winner as well. Has been the overall World Cup winner for the combined on a number of occasions, such as the all-round presence he has had in the sport down the years. Vargas, in the meantime, is trying to better. What Villegas couldn't do. What a cheer this would be. Keep your eye on him on the right hand side of the screen. This is the final move that he needs to make. Trying to find a way to pivot himself to move that left arm across. He has done as well. He's done very well. Now the final move. McColl is up. Keep your eye on him on the left hand side of your screen as well. Vargas needs to find a way to plant that left foot. He's hovering here. He's treading water. He needs to make his move. The energy is sapping him, and he has to go. Found the 10 points hold on his second attempt. So he gets 9.9 for this trouble so far. Sean McColl has found a 9.9 so far. But I mentioned before the benefit it had to the Oscar Baudrand because of the height. With respect to Sean, he's a few inches smaller than his Canadian counterpart. Just two athletes so far have found the top on problem number one. Oscar Baudrand and Zachary Galla are the only two. McColl, if he wants to go to the Paris Olympics, he's got the talent to do so, even at the age of 36, rolling back the years. The third athlete, 24.8, his score matches his compatriot Oscar Baudrand. Sean McColl, the oldest competitor in the field, finds the top on problem number one. A minute to go, Vargas has come off again. Now he's back up and he's still going strong. The crowd are right behind him. 50 seconds to go. He had one hand on it, but you need both on it, and you have to have control as well of your body in doing so before being given the green light by our judges below. Asking the crowd to get behind him. Time is of the essence, though, Benjamin. You've only got half a minute. Last 20 seconds. He's back up again, but he's got to make his move. He's got to go quickly. With just 10 to go, it's not going to happen. 9.9 secured. To add to the 10 he got on problem number one, gives the Chilean 19.9 as he heads back into isolation.
I love the support of the crowd here. Absolutely looking out for their athletes in Chile, but also supporting all of the athletes from all of the nations here representing. Again, a huge international component here as we get ready for our next athlete. Let's welcome our next athlete representing the United States of America.
Victor Baudrand heads out onto problem number two. Sean Bailey of the USA. The 27-year-old from Shoreline in Washington. Bailey, who has won World Cups in both disciplines. Another popular climber with a social media following. The rock and roll look. His all-out attacking style brings rock and roll climbing. He did start slow in the qualifier on Saturday, Bailey, 84.2. Didn't top the first problem, and it took him an age to get the top on the second. In the meantime, we do have a top, near top I should say, on problem number 2. Bailey swinging away, and does nail it on his second attempt. Matches the score what Sean McColl did. But McColl found the top. Bailey needs to follow in the footsteps of the 2 Canadians and his American compatriot Galla.
Here he goes.
Composed himself, getting ready to move. Nope. Body momentum took him away from the wall. He's going to have to retry that one again. But for these 3 Americans, they know they could be in the last chance saloon for the Olympic Games. Colin Duffy of the USA has already booked his ticket, and countries are only allowed a maximum of 2 athletes. So, if an American takes it here tonight, the other American athletes will have to wait until LA in 28 to try and represent their country. And you think of the age here of Sean Bailey and Jesse Grupper, both 27 and 26 respectively. Could be a tall order, especially with the amount of talent that is coming through in the American team. .135 to go. Baudrand's found 10 points on what is a route set to describe as the easiest of the 4. No tops has been given on that one as of yet. Bailey having another go. Sean Bailey, it's very important to cover this first problem, and he's going to swing off again. 1 minute left to go. Bailey in a little bit of trouble. He's got strong lead climbing pedigree, but so is the man who's about to come out next in Jesse Grupper. We've got 35 seconds to go. As Baudrand, who is letting out an anguish as he tries to reach once again. He got one hand on it and just slips off with the second. Bailey's got 20 seconds. And holds. 15 to go. It's going to swing off again. Oh, he's held it. He's held it. Just about. I spoke too soon. And Sean Bailey gets it at the death. No cry of anguish. No wail of emotion. Just business as usual, it seems. It took him 5 goes, though. It's 4th place for the American, 24.6.
And let's welcome our next student athlete to Boulder #1, representing the United States of America.
Let's continue. Jesse Grupper a little bit too keen. Now he can go. The 26-year-old from Upper Montclair. His bouldering, by the way, on Saturday was nothing short of magnificent. 99.8 he scored. Only him and Oscar Baudrand were the only 2 who found all 4 tops in that qualifier. He won the qualifying at a canter by 27 points in the end. 191.9, beating Bailey's 164.2. Zach Galla, in the meantime, already 10 points secured. And this could be the benefit. Look at Galla here. Thank you very much. There's a flash. There's 25 points. And we're going back into isolation for a nice well-earned rest. Thumbs up indeed. Took him less than 60 seconds. Many were concentrated on the potential battle between McColl, Bailey and Grupper, but Galla has come to the party, throwing his hat in the ring to find the first two tops and has the lead on 49.7. Grupper. Well, I mentioned his bouldering was nothing short of magnificent on Saturday, but maybe the route setters have found an Achilles heel in the 26-year-old's armour.
I'd love to see that. When athletes are having fun, they're performing at their best.
27th place is his best return in an IFSC bouldering event. He's a lead climber by trade, and it's no doubt that is where the majority of his points will come, but he was superb in the qualification round. Now, as I said this a few moments ago about the reach that he has because of his height. He may need to not jump here, but the angle of the wall, you can't see it that well on the screen, is the body's natural body weight will take it away. So you're going to fight that momentum and balance as well. But Grupper's going to try and use his reach here to do this.
Jesse Grupper coming off a strong performance with the silver medal recently defining World Cup in October, Slovenia.
Now,
absolute mental and here on the bowling ball.
Maybe that's not the way to do it. It's not what our route setters had envisioned. But Grupper's trying to make the advantage of his height to make that difficult final move. But 4 athletes have done this so far. Galla, Baudrand, McColl and Bailey. Grupper moving behind the 8 ball here. He is in 8th place as we stand, but of course we'll still have 3 problems to go. 30 seconds, got to make the swing first of all. And it does it just about. So this arguably will be his final attempt, and that's why he's making the move quick. He's going to go this time for the jump, and it's not going to happen for Jesse Grupper. He can try it another 10 seconds, but never in a month of Sundays is he going to do that in 9 seconds. 9.7 scored for Grupper in 8th place, but it still has 3 boulders still to go.
All right, here are the scores in that first round. Zachary Galla in the first place position with a score of 49.7. Oscar Baudrand behind him with 24.8. And in third place currently.
So 1.5 problems have been done. Zach Galla is the leader on 49.7. Oscar Baudrand is about to come out now on problem number 2 on 24.8. Sean McColl on 24.8. Sean Bailey, 24.6. Thor Villegas has done 2 problems and is on 20. Matched by Victor Baudrand on 20. Ben Vargas is on 19.9. Them 3 have already done 2 problems. And Jesse Grupper, just the 1 problem on 9.7.
TV break. Oh.
All right, we are ready to welcome our next athlete.
So we begin the 3rd problem.
Boulder number 2 representing Mexico.
This one, the 3rd problem, which Thor Villegas is just beginning, will test the athlete's dynamic skills. It's a little bit dynamic at the start to reach the 5. Then a crossover is going to follow to go for the 10. And then the most difficult part will come with a final jump required to reach the top. That is what's required on the 3rd problem. Villegas already finding the 5. Oscar Baudrand, who found a top in 3 attempts on boulder number 1. Now going again here on 2. Zach Galla did it in 1 attempt. He did a a flash, and that's why he has the lead in this competition of 49.7. Galla, you must remember, is a boulderer. That's his preference of the two disciplines. So that's why he needs to fill his bank here with as much points as he can in his strongest discipline before heading into the lead route. Baudrand can't make that final move. Villegas looking to try and find the 10-point hold. No doubt relishing this experience in Boulder and lead final.
So it's important for these athletes to use those brushes to ensure that they get the best friction they can in the volumes that are on the wall here. Sometimes that shot can build up over the competition, and it's easy to clean up over this slippage.
So just a minute and a half left to go.
All right, here our athletes are setting up once again on Boulder 2 and 3. We're trying to make it a good first move.
Both of these athletes. But it's a tough paper. Right now, if you're Zach Galla, you are in dream world at this minute with the start he has had. Oscar Baudrand did find the top on problem number 1, but he's struggling here on 2. He has picked up the 10 points. But to keep pace with the 23-year-old from Atlanta, Georgia, he's got to match what he's done, which is find the top, which he's done on his first 2 problems. The setters said that they want to have separation in finals. Right now, it seems to be working. Baudrand rushes the 25-point hold once again, and he run on enough time to get back up. He may look to regroup and head back into isolation. Just picking up 9.9 points and a 34.7 total. Thor Villegas did pick up 10, I beg your pardon, he only picked up 5. That gives the Mexican 25 points after 3 boulders in his final. Sean McColl heads out on pole number 2, and a Cheshire Cat grin for the home athlete, Benjamín Vargas. Already, Sean McColl is asking for the brush. It's one thing you also notice as well, that athletes sometimes may just have a quick glance over to what their opponents are doing on other problems. Sean McColl would have realised that 4 athletes out of 5 before him were on this particular problem for 4 minutes. So no doubt, there might be a little bit excess chalk that has been left behind that he does not want. He wants a clean route before he goes. Villegas has already made the 5-point hold. Vargas, I should say. McColl. Looking to try and match what Zach Galla did and flashing this problem on his first attempt. 10 points already given. Vargas, in the meantime, is warming up the crowd and finds a 10-point hold. McColl looking to try and make one final move to take figure 25, and Vargas with the roar from the crowd. McColl using his experience and his talent of 3 decades. Fist pump from Sean McColl. Flash matches what Zach Galla did, and Sean McColl, even he winces back into isolation, he has the lead in this contest at 49.8. 0.1 of a lead from Zach Galla of the USA. Halfway through the allotted time for Vargas.
Let's see what he's got here as he makes his way through boulder number 3.
He's found the 10-point hole. And just slips off the volume onto the mat. But the crowd appreciating the efforts of this 23-year-old from San Felipe.
Acá estoy, dejándolo todo. Toda la comunidad escaladora me imagino que debe estar ahí apoyándolo. Todo el grupo de chicos que entrenan frecuentemente con Benjamín, que lo acompañan, familia, amigos, entrenadores, Baudrand, todos acá presentes.
Lead climbing, though, is his major speciality.
Juegos Panamericanos de Santiago 2023.
So we'll have to try and get a number of points here before attempting a lead climb. This is good from Vargas. Finding the 10-point hold once again. Now it's going to take something special here to make the 25. He's got no platform to reach up here. He's on a tiny crimp hold. And now, we've got loads of time to do this. That right foot needs to be planted before making that final transition. So then he'll have the confidence to do it. So he just needs to find a way to put his hands somewhere before making the dynamic move, the dynamic final move, and he can't do it. "20 seconds to go. Not enough time realistically for Vargas to do this. Time is the enemy and 10 seconds to go. Name your price, name your odds. He's not going to do it in 3, 2, 1. 10 points. 1 on problem number 3 for the Chilean. 29.9 back into isolation in 4th place.
And let's welcome our next athlete to the stage, our boulder number 2, representing the United States of America.
Sean Bailey goes over to problem number 2. He knows that Galla and McColl would have done this because he would have spotted them coming back into isolation rather sharpish. Victor Baudrand has began his campaign on problem number 3 and he's only got 20 points to his name so far. Now Bailey did problem number 1 in 5 attempts. He's already got to the 10-point hold, and this seems to be more comfortable for the American, as this is very much a beam. He needs to find a way to plant that left foot and make the move, and does so. Textbook exhibition climbing for the 27-year-old from Shoreline, Washington. Points to the American team. Thank you very much. 25 taken, 3rd place, 49.6. 0.2 behind Sean McColl. Lots of time here for Victor Baudrand, who's picked up 10 points again, like he has done in the previous 2 problems.
The control required on this 3rd problem here is just so impressive. The way that athletes are just getting so close to the wall.
Es impresionante.
Of course, here's Sean Bailey's fantastic top.
También impresionante lo que hizo Sean Bailey. Altísimo nivel de joven jugador de los Estados Unidos.
Here we go. Now setting
attempts already taken for the Canadian, as he's hit the halfway point of his 4 minutes. Jesse Grupper to come on problem number 2. He will round off what will be the halfway point of this contest. The real problem this has been for our athletes here on problem number 3. Not relinquishing much in the point stakes so far. On 20 left. With the Baudrand. Good all-round climber, must be said. He's made semi-finals in both disciplines. He's made a final in the lead competition as well. But so for him to get on a podium here, you'd sense he has to find a couple of tops on 3 and 4. Otherwise, he's going to leave himself too much to do heading into the lead contest. So, arguably, Victor Baudrand's Victor Baudrand's Pan Am Games could be right here, right now. Sean McColl's already gone 2 for 2, as has Zach Galla, as has Sean Bailey. Oscar Baudrand's found 1 top. The rest of the field yet to find any to their credit. With 20 seconds left to go, that's going to be all she wrote for the 20-year-old Canadian.
That's going to be a big round of applause for Victor Baudrand of Canada.
10 points to follow, 10 points on 2 and 10 points on 1 to get 30 total to Victor Baudrand of Canada.
And let's welcome our next
The Americans return.
number 2, representing the United States of America.
Damos la bienvenida al siguiente atleta para enfrentarse al bloque número 2, representando los Estados Unidos, Jesse Grupper.
Now this could be also Jesse Grupper's opportunity of a medal here. He knows so far that Zach Galla has already done 2, as has Sean Bailey and as has Sean McColl. But realistically for Grupper here, even though league climbing is going to be strong and he is going to be in the 70s, 80s, you would have thought, he is that good of a quality. But he might leave himself too much to do here should he not find the top on this particular boulder. Galla, in the meantime, the left of your screen, is climbing with such abandon at the minute. 30 seconds already in. And look at Galla here. Wow, flashes again. Not a flash in the pan whatsoever for Zach Galla. He is in sterling form. And now swings the pressure onto Jesse Grupper, his compatriot, as Grupper has to find a top here and is going to do so. 2 flashes from the Americans. Well, Zach Galla's got over 100,000 followers on TikTok, and right now, they'll be TikToking around the room. Because the 23-year-old from Atlanta, Georgia, is putting the pressure on the rest of the field, and it happens. It does happen in Boulder and in league competitions. You see an athlete go out early, puts the pressure on the rest to follow. They set the pace, and they sometimes, it happens, they're never caught. Wow. Zach Galla running through the scores quickly as we have a little bit of a break before Villegas comes out onto the next one. In fact, it's got now as is Oscar Baudrand. Zach Galla leads 74.7. Sean McColl 49.8 in the second, but he's to come on his third boulder surely. Sean Bailey 48.6. Oscar Baudrand 34.7. He's out now. Jesse Grupper has matched that score 34.7 with a flash on problem number 2. Victor Baudrand's on 30. Ben Vargas on 29.9 and Thor Villegas now on his final problem. He's on round 1 to 30s. He's just at the 5-point mark. Villegas off to a great start. Crying and with anguish, but has the 25 points in his grasp, in his sights. Baudrand hits the mat. Villegas with a rest period. As our good setters suggest, this fourth and final problem is electric and running. Starts with a dynamic move to reach number 5, which has already been done. The hardest part comes at the end to top, going left using small holds as a rest. And to reach the top, you need to grab the last hold from the left, and you've got to compress. You say, what? Villegas tried to do.
There we go, as Baudrand is setting himself up here on Boulder number 3. Very good first attempt.
2:10 on the clock.
Making great progress here, finding that tempo in some of the pieces. He looks up to the top.
Pero bueno, me gusta la versión instantánea de la cámara, el resultado parcial, un nivel de organización, todo cómo se mueve, cómo funciona, como reloj suizo acá. No es para ver que estamos viendo el evento deportivo más importante que se ha celebrado en la historia de los programas.
1:30 to go.
Santiago 2023, increíble lo que estamos viendo en este momento histórico.
Again, there's so much on the line here right in the finals. That gold medal is maybe getting a pass through the Olympics. But look here, hold number 4. Mexico's Thor Villegas setting him again for another big one here, finding that 10-point zone very quickly.
Villegas has already picked up 10 points on this one. Oscar Baudrand has already got 9.9 for his trouble, and now into the final minutes. Villegas needs to make the move, and that is a heavy fall. So we're sorry that we got one of our volunteers at the front. On the side though, we have a top. Oscar Baudrand has found 2 tops out of 3. 59.4 into second place for the Canadian. Villegas, can he finish with a flourish? He had it right the first time. You've got to attack this from the left and then compress. No. Just didn't set up well. Valiant effort from the Mexican, who has no doubt enjoyed the experience of this final. He completes his 4 boulders with a score of 35 points. Benjamín Vargas for the final time. 29.9 he begins with. And Sean McColl on 49.8. Good start from Vargas. 20 years of age from San Felipe. So far, he's found 10 points, 9.9 and 10 points. Not found any tops as of yet. He's roared on by this partisan crowd in Santiago, and you can see the facial expression was like a mask of pain. And now, the final move. Sean McColl struggling though on the left-hand side. So far, has only picked up the 5-point hold. Vargas is going to have a go. Doesn't hit.
Here we go, Sean McColl setting up again on Boulder number 3. Sean being the veteran in the field here. He's been around the world with many, many medals worth having. This event is such an absolute crusher here. Let's see where he goes here on Boulder number 3.
1:45 to go. It's McColl. He's not having a good time on problem number 3. Has gifted 2 tops to Zach Galla and Oscar Baudrand. Sean McColl's only got 5 points so far. He's going to need a minimum of 10 to give sense. Just to keep pace. Vargas. Oh, it's unlucky. To the final minutes. Sean McColl has now picked up 10-point hold, but he's taking 4 goes, so he's going to get 9.7. But the question is, can he finish it off? He's got loads of time, but this might be his only attempt here. To make the final transition. Well done, Sean McColl. You're still in the race. Matches Oscar Baudrand and Zach Galla on that third problem. McColl 0.2 behind Galla, who now has the lead. 74.7 to 74.5. Sean Bailey and Jesse Grupper to go on that third problem. In the meantime, Vargas looking to finish the stronger. To find the top, he's got 10 seconds to go. The beeps are going and counting down. 5. Gotta move now, move! Quick! Oh, unlucky. Found the 10-point hold on all 4 problems. The second one he did in 2 attempts, which gives him a grand total of 39.9. Sean McColl did the third problem in 4 attempts, gives him 74.5.
Boulder number 3 representing the United States of America.
Sean Bailey.
Boulder number 4 representing the United States of America.
49.6 he starts with. And he knows Galla has already done this, because you would have seen him returning to isolation rather sharpish. With the Baudrand currently in last place as we stand, but he attempted this 4th and final boulder. Let's keep an eye out on both here. Bailey is not wasting much time. He's already up to the 10-point hold, and maybe we found some boulders that he enjoys. Using a lot of power and precision.
Very strong in his first attempt.
Not on the way to use that right foot. There he goes. Pressing and down to minutes to make that final move. And it's another flash for Sean Bailey. A much more confident climb it's been from Bailey. He seemed nervous on Saturday, and now he's smiling and enjoying himself, and has second place, just 0.1 behind Zach Galla. 74.7 for Galla, 74.6 for Bailey, 74.5 for McColl. We've got a three-way dance on our hands. That is the difference of one move in lead climbing. That's what all separate the three. Grupper still to come as well, but he is 40 points behind before he comes out onto problem number 3. Victor Baudrand is looking to finish strong here and put down a mark of around 55 it would be if he does find the top here. 2 minutes left to go on the clock. $1:10 to go.
Cada caída que tienen los chicos preparan contando 0,1 puntos. El máximo que puedan obtener. 0,1 menos que las zonas o 0,1 menos del gol.
Right here we go, Victor Baudrand is making his final mental out here in Boulder number 4. Taking a look here as he plans out his next go. There it is, setting up Boulder number 4.
Además, algo que puede llamar la atención al público del set de un nuevo formato, al contrario de lo que nosotros veníamos.
So we go with 20 seconds left to go for the Canadian. And it seems to me that, yeah, indeed, the concession from the Canadian, he only picked up 5 points, so it's going to be a grand total of 35 for Victor Baudrand of Canada. He heads back into isolation. The Americans return. Jesse Grupper will try and catch up on problem number 3, and Zach Galla will look to post the score in bouldering here. He has been in magnificent form in this final. He found 3 tops in qualifying, but he didn't pull up many trees by doing so. But here he has been in sensational form. So he looks to try and close out a very good evening's work. Grupper is in chase mode. He's got to try and keep pace. And to be no more than around 15-20 behind heading into the league competition, and he will be in with a shout. Anything more than that, you feel it's going to be a bridge too far for the American. As we stand, he's 30 behind Galla, who's just picked up 5 points.
Look at the strength this man is possessing.
2:40. Third of the way gone. Galla tries to switch his body position to get the 10 mark, toe hooking his way if he can to get round this red volume, but it seems to be a hurdle that he can't step over. Grupper on the left of your screen has come off again. And this could be, as I mentioned previously, this really could be his Pan Am Games. Right here, right now, because of the lead that Galla has gotten. Bear in mind, we've still got Bailey and McColl still to go out. Yes, Jesse Grupper is the best, arguably the best lead climber on current form of the 8. But he could be 30 points chasing a 30 deficit. If he's chasing around a 15, I think he's still in with a shout. But 30, seeing what Sean Bailey is and Sean McColl are, climbers of that quality, he could be in real trouble. He needs to find the top on this problem number 3 as a bare minimum. He's got 10 points, he's got 44.7 as we stand. The top will give him 59, which is 20 points behind. That is within reach for the American. But right now 35, I don't think is. Galla is only found in the 5-pointer. And this is a particular frustration for the 23-year-old from Atlanta. With half a minute to go. Bailey and McColl still to go out on that one as well. Look to try and pass the American. Last chance for both. 10 seconds, Grupper's going to make his move. As is Galla, even if it's just to get into the 10. 5. It's not going to happen. Oh, Grupper's going to be quick. Oh, Grupper is quick. On the mark. And maybe, just maybe, has saved his bacon. You can see the relief as he heads back into isolation. He did it in 4 attempts. 24.7 has been given to him. Galla only picked up 5. So with Jesse Grupper, he's on 59.4, 20.1 behind. And he's got 1 boulder to come. Oscar Baudrand, he's not out of it either. 59.4 he's on. He finds the top here, he gets the lead.
We're not getting a final scrub here. Boulder 4 is set up in this very challenging world. But this one,
the 18-year-old from Quebec, now based out in Salt Lake City. Already picks up 5 points. Seeking the 10.
number 4, I can see why it's your personal favorite.
64.4 is what the Canadian is on right now. Finds the top, he'll go on to 84. Which will be the lead in this competition. But it is a difficult finish. Bridge said this is an electric finish, and you've got to use the start hold again to get to the 10. That's what our route setters have envisaged here, and that's what Oscar hasn't yet seen.
Vemos que corren los cerillos, sacan el exceso de magnesio y dejan todo listo para el siguiente pegue, el señor
Halfway through.
Baudrand. Y otro largo camino para llegar acá a participar en los Juegos Panamericanos. El público
Drive right behind the Canadian teenager.
Queremos que llegues un gran recuerdo del público chileno.
All right, here we go.
very good. That is excellent, in fact. Now, going to grab the last hold from the left and compress. That is what he needs to do. On the left-hand side, doesn't hold. Going to use the small holds for the feet. He did pick up 10 points for his trouble. Puts him down 69.3, 10 behind Galla.
And I like the way that Baudrand is finding that calm, he's maintaining his focus.
45 seconds to go.
No hay más bloques para Baudrand. Solamente le quedaría enfrentar en la dificultad y ver cuál será el
So this will be the last chance to have the lead in this competition with 3 athletes still to go. Attacking from the left. Going to use small holds is what they're envisaging. And is he headed? Oh, that was so near. And he knows it was so near. Two tops found for Oscar Baudrand. 2 10-pointers found as well. Gives the Canadian a grand total of 69.3. Three athletes to go. This man being the first.
Big round of applause for the scrubbing team out here, keeping things fresh for the athletes, making sure we can have a fantastic show.
Sean McColl heads out.
And let's welcome our next athlete to the stage, representing Canada.
74.5 is what he starts with. Heading into this final prop. And once again, he's going to start by doing some brushing. Wants these holes to be as clean as possible.
McColl has been climbing very, very strongly through each of these problems, and here he comes into boulder number 4, ready to attack this problem for ferocity.
Y estoy ansiosísimo de ver lo que podría hacer John McColl acá en el bloque número 4.
Bien.
Venga, John. Fuerte, seguro. Decidido.
That'll be 5 points secure. So further than what Galla's got to, and now McColl will go into the lead in this competition. Question is, will he set the target for the rest to chase? 1 minute down, and he may have the opportunity to do so here.
Veteran showing us how it's done here. This man is an absolute champion. So many medals, it's hard to even count. Yes.
Using the foot, the left hand to compress. Not the way they envisaged. Got to use those small holds under those volumes. That's what our route setters suggest. It's not really a dyno to finish. That's small percentage play.
Looks like he's massaging himself a little bit, working through.
It's an electric finish, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, the way to do it to reach the top is you need to grab the last hold from the left. And you have to compress. All about strength and balance. McColl has the lead. He's found the 10-point hold, gives him 84.5. He's 5 clear of Galla. Bailey to come, and Grupper. But you can see it's taking a lot out of Sean McColl. And he's going to maybe only have 2 attempts here. As he goes into his bag of tricks. knowing what the difficulty is of this final problem. Loads of time in hand for one more attempt.
Here we see Sean getting on the tape, making sure that he can get maximum grip out of those fingers as he resets.
Yeah, he's got the tape out to the minute and now knows he has one more minute to go. And this will be one more attempt as the sun begins to set here in Santiago. The sun has set on maybe a number of campaigns in this final, but this man is not one of them. He has the lead right now, the veteran of the 8, by nearly 10 years. And now needs to go deeper to use all that experience. No, he's going to save himself for the lead, but it's still an excellent performance for the 36-year-old from Vancouver. 3 tops found. One 10-pointer gives him 84.5. And is going to be at least in the top 2 heading into the lead round. Only this man can surpass him.
And let's welcome our next athlete to Boulder number 4, representing the United States of
Sean
America.
Bailey, who on Saturday morning at the start was like a cat on a hot tin roof. He seemed at 6s and 7s, but as this competition has progressed, has got better and better and better and more confident in his own ability. 10 points will give Bailey the lead, guaranteed. A top will exude so much pressure on the rest of the field heading into the lead round. And Sean Bailey will have destiny in his own hands. 5 points found. Asking the volunteers to go on to do some brushing on his behalf. 10 points here. The 10-point hold will give Bailey the lead, guaranteed. But a top would give him a cushion, and a strong one at that, heading into the lead round, which you feel is his strongest discipline.
Here we go. Venga, John. Pues ahí estamos. Muy sólido.
Silence of the crowd.
Y lo vemos con velocidad, secuencia.
As they know the importance of this particular. Well, Bailey won't have seen the scoreboard and he may not know the maths involved here. He'll be looking to find the top. But with a minute to go, he may just think, let's get the 10 in the bag. And you'll need both hands on the 10-point hold to do so. So 100 seconds left to play with. And out of nowhere, Jesse Grupper is going to come into this very shortly. And if he finds a top here, will make this a true grandstand finish heading into the lead round. For Bailey, the bare minimum here should be the 10-pointer. He wants the 25. Knows that there's 1 minute now left to go. And you can see that some of these volumes have a smooth texture on them as well, which makes it difficult for these athletes to get round. I think Bailey's got himself into a cul-de-sac here. He needs to try and manufacture something. 39 to go. He's He's going to have one more go and may just think, let's get the 10. Seconds.
All right, here we go.
I think Sean Bailey, yeah, he's going to give the thumbs up. He's not going to have the lead going into the lead round. That is now certain. It's going to be Sean McColl who will go out last in the lead round. He cannot be surpassed now. Bailey finishes with 3 tops and a 1.5 pointer, 79.6, 0.1 ahead of his compatriot Zach Galla and 79.5. Sean McColl leads 84.5. Jesse Grupper, if he gets the 25 in a flash, bearing in mind how difficult this has been, but I wouldn't put it past him, he will be 0.1 behind Sean McColl. 10 points is what he'll be seeking. It gets him in touching distance. He'll be 15 behind. And halfway through that third problem, if you were to offer him 15 behind going into the lead round, he probably would have took it. But what would 25 do here for Grupper? It would take him from 5th to 2nd. Can he become the only climber to find the top here on problem number 4? Roots, let's say, attacking from the left, but this is the height advantage that Grupper has. He may not need to attack from the left. There's a good press. Now, can he hold? He's been taken away from the wall. That's unlucky. A valiant effort. But maybe the closest that we've seen so far.
For Mr. Grupper of the United States of America. It's amazing seeing the swimming team working with these athletes, making sure that they have the best chance of success. Grupper with a big smile
as the sun begins to set.
Here on Boulder 4.
Here in Santiago. Halfway through his allotted time. Saving the energy. Lead round to come. 40 minutes from now. Well, we could really have an exciting finish. Sean McColl, the veteran, he has destiny in his own hand. If he finds the top of the lead route, he goes to Paris. As simple as that. Grupper can't pass him on this occasion. Regardless if he gets a top or not, he will go on to 84.3 if he does get it on this occasion. Now the angle of the bouldering wall there, you can't see it from your angle on the screen. Such is the difficulty of it. Grupper's natural body weight is taking him away. He's going to take a leap at this. Can he hold? That's not so far away, was it? Just the American's body weight stopped him. Even though he had both hands on top of the 25-point hold, he needs to have control. Very important. You can't just brush your 2 hands on the top hold for it to count. You've got to have control of your body for it to be adjudged to be a successful attempt. 20 seconds left. Last hurrah. He got a buzzer beater on the previous problem. He's going to need to find another one again. If he does so, I think he goes favourite, such as his climbing lead pedigree. He's got 5 seconds, another buzzer beater to come for Grupper. He did! Oh, so near! I thought he had it. He thought he had it. The crowd thought he had it as well. He had the control. Just his body weight took him off the wall. 2 tops found, 2 10-pointers. It's 69.4 for the 26-year-old American. Drama to complete the bouldering round. Now the athletes will have a 30-minute break before they come back out to tackle the lead wall, which is on the left-hand side of your screen. Here's confirmation of where we stand after the bouldering. Sean McColl of Canada leads. Then it's an American trio in the chasing pack of Sean Bailey, Zach Galla and Jesse Grupper. Oscar Baudrand, don't write him off either. He's still in touching distance. But for Ben Vargas, Victor Baudrand and Thor Villegas, they will be climbing. 4
So as Paolo said, we want to recognize the valuable contribution for volunteers out in the execution of this great multi-sport event would not be possible. Please give it up for the volunteers.
So,
there's over 7,000
have a break. Rejoin us. The athletes will come out for their observation at 8 p.m. your local time, 26 minutes from now. And the first athletes will tackle the lead route at 12 minutes past 8.
Hay más de 17.000 voluntarios acá en los Juegos Panamericanos de Santiago.